All right, guys, good evening. It is Wednesday, September 19th, 2018, about 9 p.m. New York time. I want to make a brief video here regarding some news that came out on the New Zealand dollar and just kind of show you the Elliott wave patterns and kind of what I was looking at and to see why I had taken this trade on my account earlier. And this is my other live account that I have, but I'm just showing you this one for demo purposes. And so let's go to the news calendar. So at 6:45 p.m. New York time tonight, we had the New Zealand dollar came out with its GDP number, and they were expecting a 0.8, which was still an increase over the previous month of 0.5%. Came in at 1.0%, which is a really strong showing. Quite a bit over the 0.8 expected. And so if you go to the charts now, right here at this arrow is where the news came out. And to me, what I was seeing here is that this was a classic Elliott wave pattern. And obviously we have an extended wave 5 here, but I was looking at this 1, 2, and then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm looking at this move from about here, from here up to here is basically the wave 3. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have an extended wave 5, which probably means this will keep going. And so that's right where the news came out. And then if we look at the Euro Kiwi, these are the two pairs that I saw the most clear patterns on. And so if we look at the Euro Kiwi before the news came out, well, here's where the news came out right here. Okay, the news came out right here. Okay, and you can see it went down. Now, then there's something else about this one I want to show you, but let's just concentrate on this pattern for now. And so I was looking at this as, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Now, the whole thing is with this is if you look, and I want to concentrate on this pair a little bit more. So the news came out, the pattern clearly was down. The news came out, we shot to the downside. We went down 136 pips in that first hour. Okay, now if you look here, let's zoom out now on the Euro Kiwi and look at this. So here's the Euro Kiwi on the daily chart, and we see we've come up, and you see I had this trend line drawn in before the news came out, and now we've come down, we've pretty much tagged this trend line. So although the news was positive, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. Now I think for the rest of the Asian session tonight, we'll continue to see this, maybe even continue back down and touch this line, or it'll just hop around. But I wouldn't be at all surprised if we see this market go back up now that we've touched this line, because this is the end of a trend too. All right, so I think this move down signals the end of a trend at this trend line. So, and on the Kiwi Swiss, let's look at this on a higher time frame. On a higher time frame, this is the daily, and I'm going to bring up the MACD here. We made this low down here. We did make a new low on the MACD prior, on this low right here. So I'm going to collapse this back down again. And I don't think I can really draw a trend line here. I'm not going to force it. So no, I can't really draw a trend line here. I don't force trend lines if I can't draw them. So we're going to forget about that. But basically, guys, is I think eventually the Kiwi Swiss is going to go back down too. The daily trend is still down. This is a pretty big rally to the upside, but I don't really see any bearish divergence here on the MACD, which leads me to believe that this is just a correction, and we will see this go back up. Back down. And of course, that would make sense because I think the Euro Kiwi will ultimately go back up. So this is, kind of Asian session stuff. And I did take a short on this. I'm already out of it. And I did take a long on the Kiwi Swiss, and I'm already out of that. But I'm going to be watching this for what happens next. Are we going to continue down, break through here, and then, come back up, retest, and continue down? Or is this just going to be a break, tag this trend line, and go up? So again, guys, what I'm just trying to show you is a combination of Elliott wave okay, or just classic Elliott wave combined with fundamentals, meaning the GDP number, okay, combined with classic, support and resistance in terms of this case with a trend line, okay. So this is what I'm saying. You can really take advantage of all these tools. Know what the numbers are gonna, know what your fundamentals are and what's coming out. Be aware of that, okay. But there's nothing wrong with taking that and combining it with your fundamentals and combining that with your technicals. And I personally love Elliott Wave, as you guys know from my previous videos. So that's it, guys. Let's take a look at these. Let's see what the Euro Kiwi, for instance, does when the London session opens tomorrow, and if we get a bounce or if we're going to continue down. My guess at this point is that we could see a bounce. Um, let's take a look at the weekly chart. Yeah, even the weekly chart looks pretty bullish. So I am expecting that to continue up. And this is not uncommon for the market to react during the Asian session to the news, and then have it reverse during the London session. And I think the Kiwi Swiss is the same thing. The trend is clearly down. It has not been broken by these moves up, and the MACD is still down, suggesting more downside potential here. But we'll see. I'm not taking any positions until I see some confirmation of that. But that's it. So, guys, that's it. Have a great night. Leave comments, like the video, share it. Please do so. That's the only way, really, guys, that I'm going to, make more videos. I know I don't do a lot, but because it doesn't seem to be a lot of demand for it, although I get new subscribers pretty much every week. So, anyway, so that's it, guys. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.